It's my last morning here in Hawaii, so trying to take it in. But I woke up this morning to a very special and big announcement from Niantic. This is also going to be kind of a shorter video because I'm just going to focus on this. I thought yesterday was my last day in Hawaii and I hadn't gotten a check-in notification for my flight, so when I went into my Delta app to check in, I found out that my flight's actually today. So I'm going to put this up today, just enjoy the rest of my day, and then probably on the flight and when I get home, edit what I shot yesterday and put that up sometime over the weekend. So you will get an upload this weekend. It's not over yet. Now, as for the big announcement, unusual Pokemon sightings expected in Europe. This is, it's to make up for canceling or postponing all the mall events at the Yubaba-Rodamco shopping centers. And in my opinion, what's going on right now is probably going to be a little bit better. So the official Niantic blog post says, "Trainers, we've heard that as early as this weekend, that's like today, tomorrow, very soon, some Pokemon rarely seen in Europe, including Kangaskhan and Unknown, may begin appearing in certain European cities. The unusual occurrence is predicted to last until August 21st. That's like a solid 2 weeks. Keep your eyes peeled if you're in one of the cities listed below, because this may be a great opportunity to add some additional Pokemon to your Pokedex. While you're out looking for these Pokemon, consider stopping by your local Yubaba-Rodamco shopping center. In addition to being a great place to find these Pokemon, we've heard that lure modules will be activated at many Pokestops found at these locations throughout the weekends of August 12th and August 19th. So, 1. Kangaskhan and Unknown will be spawning in certain European cities, and 2. The malls, the shopping centers, are going to have lure modules activated on the weekends of the 12th and the 19th. So not this weekend, but next weekend and the following weekend. And if you're wondering, is it just the cities that have these Yubaba-Rodamco shopping centers in them? It's not. It's actually a lot of cities throughout Europe, even in countries where there isn't a Yubaba-Rodamco shopping center. So what we have is
Vienna, Austria, Prague, Czech Republic, Copenhagen, Denmark, Helsinki, Finland, Dijon, France, Lille, France, Lyon, France, Marseille, France, Nice, France, Paris, France, Rennes, France, Berlin, Germany, Bochum, Germany, Jura, Germany, Leipzig, Germany, Mönchengladbach, Germany, Munich, Germany, Oberhausen, Germany, Reckling-Orson, Germany, Milan, Italy, Naples, Italy, Rome, Italy, Oslo, Norway, Warsaw, Poland, Lisbon, Portugal, Bratislava, Slovakia, Madrid, Spain, Barcelona, Spain, Cadiz, Spain, Madrid, Spain, Sevilla, Spain, San Sebastian, Spain, Valencia, Spain, Valladolid, Spain, Stockholm, Sweden, Zurich, Switzerland, Amsterdam, the Netherlands, Rotterdam, the Netherlands, Zoetermeer, the Netherlands, Belfast, United Kingdom, Birmingham, United Kingdom, Cardiff, United Kingdom, Glasgow, United Kingdom, London, United Kingdom, Manchester, United Kingdom.
Hear that, UK? You're not left out, and you actually had an event in Chester the weekend of Pokemon Go Fest. So every time I hear from people that the UK gets left out for Pokemon Go events, I just think, Chester. Remember the Chester event? That was big, and it was pretty successful. But anyway, that's the list. Here's the map. This map is actually from the Silph Road, and what the Silph Road is trying to do here is create a place where people can go to find groups of players who are playing in these cities during these dates. So if you're local to one of these cities where these Kangaskhan and Unknown spawns are going to be taking place, and you guys have a Facebook page or some kind of group where you organize your activity, you can send an email to events@thesilphroad.com and get your Facebook page added to one of these stars. So when you click on one of them, say for Berlin, it would show your Berlin Pokemon Go group, and that way people could join the group or at least communicate with you so that you can plan a sort of big meetup of Pokemon Go players in Berlin, or in Recklinghausen, or in Lyon, or in Barcelona. So again, if you're a member of a Facebook group or something where people organize meetups and events for Pokemon Go for one of these cities, send an email to events@thesilphroad.com and they'll get you added to the map so that you can coordinate with players who are either local and haven't joined your group yet or who are traveling to these areas, including maybe myself. I might meet up with some of you there. So that's it for what's going on in Europe. Again, this is obviously to make up for people who might have already booked travel, planning to go to one of these shopping mall events. And if you ask me, what they're doing here is probably going to be better than what would have actually been going on at the malls. At the malls you have, the team lounges where you get to meet people. That's definitely one cool part of it, is that you bring all those people to one specific location where they can meet other Pokemon Go players. But besides that, you're still going to get the Kangaskhan spawns, you're still going to get the Unknown spawns, and you're going to get to explore these European cities. So you're not going to be trapped inside the mall to get all the good stuff. You can actually get out, see the historic sites, you can eat delicious food, you can, head onto the Silk Road map and still meet up with a big group of people who are playing in that city. And then of course if you want like a high concentration of spawns, you can definitely stop by the malls in whatever cities they're actually in, and they'll have lure modules going, and they have tons of Pokestops. If you've never seen a screenshot of one of these malls, it's crazy. There are tons of Pokestops, a lot of gyms. There'll probably be raids going on. For a lot of you who maybe don't have a group that you normally play with, this is probably going to be a great opportunity to get some legendary raids in by this point. Starting this weekend, you'll be able to get Moltres this weekend, and then
Dose
for the week following. Lugia raids are still going on. We're possibly expecting Ho-Oh raids to start after August 14th for the Pokemon Go Stadium event in Yokohama. So again, if you have a Facebook group, email events@thesilphroad.com, get your group added to that page, and you can get a bunch of new people or a bunch of visitors, and just bring a lot of people together to play Pokemon Go together. How's my posture? I always slouch to make sure I'm in frame, but I need a selfie screen for my posture's sake. Now, speaking of the event in Yokohama, Japan, we already know there's a Pokemon Go Stadium event that's taking place on August 14th, and that's the one that you had to sort of enter a lottery for, and some people are going to get selected. We still don't have a ton of details on what's happening at that event, but I would kind of like to find out. Mystic 7's going to be over there, so if you want full coverage, check out his channel, and if you want me to cover it, let me know. I'm so tempted. I'm really tempted to fly to Japan for a few days and then go to Europe after that. It's expensive though. I looked. It's really expensive. So convince me. Convince me in the comments that I should go to Japan. But besides that Pokemon Go Stadium event, there's also a Pokemon Go Park event happening from August 9th through 15th in Yokohama. So there's an official post on the Pokemon Go Japanese website, which I can't read to you or rely on Google Translate, but here's a summary from PokemonGoHub.net. Alongside the Pokemon Go Stadium event, which is taking place on the 14th, we have Pokemon Go Park, which is going to last from August 9th through 15th in Yokohama at a couple of parks there. So at the Yokohama Red Brick Park and the Cup Noodle Museum Park, which, let me just say, Cup Noodle Museum? As if I didn't have enough reason to go to Japan. Cup Noodle Museum? Anyway, those two parks are going to be called Kanto Park and Johto Park during the event, and they're going to have increased spawns of Pokemon from the corresponding regions. Now, they will also have a very special Pokemon that has never spawned in Japan before, Mr. Mime. So Mr. Mime will be available in Japan, in Yokohama, at these two parks from August 9th through 15th. Even more reason to get down there if you're in Japan or if you're near Japan and, you want to fill in that Pokedex a little bit. The parks are going to have extra Pokestops and gyms added, sort of like we saw at Grant Park for Pokemon Go Fest, and just like Go Fest, there will be special 2-kilometer eggs, which are hatching Pokemon that aren't normally in that egg group. And I hatched a Dratini, I hatched a Snorlax from mine from Pokemon Go Fest, so it's possible that you can get some good stuff out of these 2-kilometer eggs. And it's going to be free, it's going to be open entry to these parks, which means they might be very, very crowded. I've been told that Japan's cell infrastructure is much better than here in the US, so you might not have problems with cell service there, but then again, who knows when you put that many people together. But I'm seriously considering stopping in Japan on my way to Europe. Mystic 7's gonna be there. I really want to go back to Japan. I'd like to be there for the Pokemon Go Stadium event, even though I didn't put my name in for the lottery. I probably can't actually participate in the event, but I think it would be a lot of fun to just be there. Pokemon Go is huge in Japan. It's like the biggest market for Pokemon Go. We're gonna see crazy numbers at this event in Yokohama. Convince me. I know you all want me to go. Oh my god, should I do it? I really want to do it. Anyway, while I continue to think about that, that's it for today's big news, and it's pretty big news. Region exclusives are sort of moving around for special events. We had Heracross at Pokemon Go Fest. We're going to see Kangaskhan in Europe for a couple weeks. Mr. Mime in Japan for a week. So it seems like Niantic is going to use these region exclusives as bait, in a sense, incentive to get people to come out to these events. So they're not always going to be stuck in their one region. I still feel that region exclusive Pokemon shouldn't really move around too much. but I understand that some people will never have the opportunity to travel to catch these region exclusives, so it's cool to see Niantic giving these opportunities to people. And you know, they're still going to have the local region tag. You're not going to get a Kangaskhan tagged in Australia, so maybe they'll hold different value, trade value anyway. And of course, with that said, I'm still going to go to South America and get a legit South American Heracross at some point, probably before the end of the year. And then of course, I love that they're expanding these spawns into cities in Europe instead of confining them to malls, because like I said, at Pokemon Go Fest, the aftermath, everyone rushing into the streets together to play Pokemon Go, to catch Heracross and Unknown and do legendary raids together, that was really the most fun part. So when you try to restrict people to such a small area, it's really difficult for them to play Pokemon Go, but when you release these Pokemon out into the city, you give people the opportunity to coordinate their meetups, like through the Sylph Roads map, and then explore a new city, a new place, experience new things while also catching these Pokemon instead of confining them to the inside of a mall. I understand that, you know, they're a sponsored partner of Pokemon Go, but Pokemon Go events inside, they just don't make a lot of sense to me, and I know to you, John Hankey. So personally, I'm very excited for what's going on in Europe. I'm definitely going to Amsterdam. I'm going to meet up with Reversal there, and then maybe go to Arnhem, where he lives. I'm obviously going to Barcelona. I want to try to maybe work a couple more European cities in, but it depends on what I end up doing with Japan and how long the Europe trip actually lasts. I don't know. We'll see. But I'll be there in Europe. I'll make sure to let you guys know either in a video or on Twitter which cities I'm going to be stopping in. I'll check on the Sylph Road map and try to get involved with the local Facebook groups or whoever's coordinating stuff there so we can try to do some meetups, do some raids together. And if the Unknown spawns work like they did in Chicago, where they're spelling out the name of the city, then you can definitely catch me in Recklinghausen, Germany, where I'll be catching 12 new Unknown. Honestly, if they did work like that, I'd try to hit as many of these cities as possible and try to complete the whole Unknown alphabet while I'm over there in Europe, but then it's possible that they might just spell Europe with the Unknowns. I guess we'll find out starting this weekend. Anyway, I hope you guys are looking forward to all this stuff. I have the last Hawaii video coming up tomorrow, sometime over the weekend, and I'll see you then.